Shalom. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Awashai by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, to the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners, and to the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And I'm going to read some scriptures from the book of Job. I've been reading Job a lot lately, or these last couple days. And I started reading Job, the 20th chapter, and I realized, that that's kind of everything that's going on now, the end of Esau, Edom. And but before I start the reading, there's three things that I want to point out. That different information that that's come down the pipe. And the brother Amouan Gabar, I think it was Amouan Gabar, did a video. I believe it was him. If I'm trying to remember, because I watched so many videos, and he's on my playlist. But it was a statement that Joe Rogan had made, and the statement was pretty much to the fact that that in the way things are getting, that the white straight male will not be able to speak, which is evidence that Esau Edom is losing his power. And first, let me just let Mr. Rogan know that first of all, there's no such thing as white. You see, because the brother brought out in the video that every time they do speak, they spoke nothing but lies. They've lied about history, they've lied about their own nationality, and they've lied about everyone else's. All right, they are the Edomites. And that whole white thing, they self-proclaimed white people, and they did that in 1681 right here in America, in Virginia. All right, that was a title that they placed upon themselves, hiding from lying about who they are. All right, so that's a big thing. And in Job, we're gonna kind of cover that as I read it. And then I was also watching the Silver Report, and he was talking about the chip shortage and how it's leading to a shortage in everything else, from potato chips to toothpaste to toilet paper to almost everything that you would need. And how the car market took a big hit financially, because they got all these half-finished new cars that they can't sell, and which is driving the prices of used cars through the roof, which is kind of fitting, that everything would go haywire at the end. But what you have to understand is that these chips, the computers, the machines that they use to make all these different products, to mass produce them, they need the chips for them. So that's one of the reasons why you're having a break in the chain of products or services. It's because a lot of these machines won't run without these chips, and they need them so that they can mass produce stuff. So that's a problem. Then I was talking to a client, and she was talking about she's got to do some work on the Catholic Church on the south side off 71st and Calumet, and how that place is basically going to collapse from water damage. So the first thing popped into my head was, well, that can't be the house of the Lord, because the temple of the Lord, the church of the Lord is spiritual right now. It's the men of the Lord. It's the 144,000, the ones that are here on the earth, that are out there on the highways and byways, doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right. But now that I mentioned that, we're going to go ahead and dive into to Job. All right. And I'm going to start at let me see, Job, the 20th chapter. It's a lot of noise out here today, a lot of work being done in the park, and then a bunch of loudmouth niggas. Like, he just went into the flower bed to take a piss, when the building, he can go into the bathroom right behind him. Well, man, I tell you, boy, niggas got to go. All right, but this is Job, the 20th chapter, and I'll just start at verse 1. And it says, Then answered Zophar the Napathite and said, Therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. I have heard the check of my reproach and the spirit of my understanding, causing me to answer. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on earth, upon earth? So that was a couple precepts in my Bible, all right? And one of them was Job 8 and 8, all right? So let's go to that. But he said, know not this on earth, since man was placed on earth, all right? So this is Job 8 and 8, and it says, and it reads, for inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. So basically, when you search out your fathers, you learn who you are, all right? And often your fathers have ways that should be, that should be passed down to from generation to generation, and how we were cut off from our heritage, but then the heritage of wickedness was passed down from Edom to Edom, from Esau's father to Esau's children, all right? Then the next one is Job 15 and 10. And it reads, with us are both gray-headed and very aged, much elder than thy father. So it's also, in this society that we live in today, the old is in reverence. Then who's ruling over this society today? Esau, Edom. Hence the reason why he shouldn't be allowed to speak. Hence the reason why his light is going to be put out. Hence the reason why he needs the STFU. All right? So let's continue in Job, the 20th chapter. And we were at verse 4. And it reads, actually verse 5. Well, I started 4 again. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. All right? Because it seems like, Esau, Edom has been in control for a very long time, but the truth of the matter, he hasn't. And that little time that he's been in control, look at the what you're looking at is how the whole earth was. All of America was this way. All right? But this little piece of paradise right here in the middle of Wicker Park, and this is one of the wealthier neighborhoods in Chicago, but guess what? It's rat infested. They have a serious rat problem. All right? Think about that. Verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth up unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All right? Matter of fact, let me go to Obadiah 4. Man, this is just nigga day, man, because I got loud niggas on the right and smoking ass speakers on the left, so I got to smell that shit. Just one of those days, man. But this is Obadiah 4, and it reads, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So going back in time, when Abba Bivin separated from the Oath Keepers, I believe they were called, and started teaching, the New Testament and teaching the whole Bible, and that that the Gentiles were actually the scattered Israelites, which is the truth, which they are. All right, because you got two sets of Gentiles: the natural Gentiles, which are the other nations, and then you got Israelites that were being referred to as Gentiles by other Israelites, and among them are many of the elect. All right, and ever since that truth has come out, look at the earth, America. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his power structure has been going down ever since. Going into the 70s, it was really bad from that point. You had the gas shortage and all the issues they had all the way up until this point, man. It's been a constant decline. The breaking up of the family, the woman over the man, the job situations, racial decline is supposed to getting better. It was supposedly getting better, but no, it's worse than it's ever been. The racial tension in America is worse than it's ever been, man, or just as bad as it's ever been. Okay? But yeah, it says, let me go back to Job, 20th chapter, and I was at verse 8. At verse 7, I believe. Yeah, and it said, yet he shall perish like his own dung, and they which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because the Lord is going to get rid of him and destroy them. All right, that's also in Obadiah. All right. But basically, the whole book of Obadiah, the short but very powerful book, is all about the rise, the exposure, and then the fall of Esau, Edom. That's pretty much what that whole book is about. But verse 8, Job 20 and 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision in the night. Just the same way he was chased into the Caucasus Mountains, during the Dark Ages. He's going to be chased completely out of the earth. All right? It's going to be brought low. This is Psalms 73 and 20. And it reads, as a dream, when one awaketh, so, O Yahweh, thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. And they are very despised. All right? Because now it's being brought out that the Lord, it's been brought out that the Lord was not a so-called white man. The angels are not so-called white. The Israelites were not so-called white. All right? But yet, they portrayed that lie. Look at the way that the Northern Kingdom has shunned the images of Cristobal Colon. And now many of them are also waking up to the fact and acknowledging that the Lord was a so-called black man. It's over for these Edomites. All right? This is also in Psalms, the 90th chapter, and verses 5 and 6, and it reads, thou carriest them away as with the flood. They are as asleep in the morning. They are like grass which groweth up. In the morning it flourisheth and groweth up. In the evening it is cut down and withereth. So, right. It's like grass, and that's what you hear in the background. You hear lawnmowers going, trimming the grass, man. And it's saying Esau is going to be cut down like that, man. And you're witnessing it. That is what you're witnessing. You are witnessing the exposure, all right, of Esau, Edom. And you're witnessing their downfall. That's why they want to change history. There's a video that I plan to do a response to. And it was about these teachers. These parents who were going after certain teachers and trying to get them to stop teaching history about slavery. All right, they want to try to remove that from the curriculum to try and hide Babylon's, America's ugly and true history. Okay, that's what they're trying to do. Okay, but let's go back to Job, the 20th chapter. I think I was at verse 9, so I'm going into 10 now. Right, and it says, actually verse 9, yeah. The eye which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So yes, STFU. So Joe Rogan was right. The so-called straight Edomite male will not have a damn thing to say, because like the scripture says, when they speak of lies, man. So they come out of the womb speaking lies and deceit. Okay, they can't even tell the truth about who they are. All right? Verse 10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. So yeah, you're going to have to give back everything you've taken, man. And you know what? That's what the matter of fact, those Catholic charities and the Goodwill and all these different charities that they have, trying to feed the homeless and all that. No, man. That's not how you're going to pay. You got to build up the kingdom for free. Everything, every wicked thing that you did, rape, robbery, murder, has to be done to you. Thus saith the Bible. Thus saith the Lord. It has to come back on you double. According to that. Matter of fact, that's in Revelation 18:6. But let's continue. Verse 11. His bones are full of the sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Right? So going back to that whole history thing. He wants to hide what he did to Jake here in America. What he did to the natives. Stealing their lands from them. Taking their homes from them. You know? Bringing Judah over here and making them serve hardcore, rigorous slavery for free. Building up America for free. All right, and Gad participated in that too. The so-called natives and Hispanics of this land were also of the Americas were forced to work here in America as well. Many of them were forced to and died in the gold mines, going digging for gold and down in South America in different places, man. All right, the elder apostle Tahar did a video on how Ophir, that was referring to America, the gold of Ophir. That's why Cristobal Colon and the rest of them Edomites came over here in the first place. All right, they came over here looking for gold, man. They knew that this land was full of gold, and they knew that the Israelites were here. All right, like all the evidences that proved that the natives were Israelites, but yet the so-called white man buried it and tried to hide it. You know. This is Job 20:11, 20:12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but he still keep it still within his mouth. So no matter what you do, these people are gonna lie and not tell the truth, man. All right, point blank, period. As a matter of fact, I got a couple precepts for Job 11. It says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. So that was Job 21 and 26. And it reads, they shall lie down alike in the dust, and the worm shall cover them. Behold, I know your thoughts and your devices, which ye wrongfully imagine against me. So yeah, you know, and that's all that they do. You know, you got Jake that go running to them for help, and they're not here to help or set up Jake. They're here to destroy you, man. You know, Jake going to them for Maxine Waters and going to them for help, and it clearly says that the gift destroyeth the heart, your mind, man. You forget who your enemy is. The scripture says that we will be brought here to America, and we will be sold unto our enemies, not our friends, our enemies. Okay. Let's go back to 20. And I'm going to jump up to 16. It says, he shall suck the poison of asp, and the viper's tongue shall slay him. Say venomous things against him. Expose him. That's his problem. He's being exposed. All right? And shameful spewing. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. That's Habakkuk. 2:16, I believe. Yes, and it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered, and the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be upon thy glory. So that's what's going on, man. All right, and that's why they get so upset, because we're spewing shame on their false glory. They're being exposed for who they really are: the wicked, the evil, the thieves, he that stealeth, man. And the Lord said He's coming back to visit those who are still on this side, man. All right, Zechariah 5, 2 and 3. He's letting you know, him that stealeth on this side got a horrible punishment coming to him. All right, I'm gonna jump up to verse 19, back in Job 20 and 19, and it reads, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he buildeth not. So like, yeah, he took away this land. He took away a house that he buildeth not. He stole this land from my brothers, from my people, from us. All right, and built his own, and built his own house. So just moved right into our houses. Okay, and he's got to pay for that. As a matter of fact, let's go to Micah, because Micah kind of told you the same thing. This is Micah 2, 1 and 2, and it reads, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. And that's exactly what they did, all right? And now it's going to have to be done to them because they seized our houses, our homes. They seized our lands, all right? But the same thing is going to be done. Why? Because it tells you in Daniel 7 and 18, this will be the last scripture. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever and ever. So that's why you Edomites got to shut the fuck up. STFU. You got nothing else to say. No one wants to listen to your lies anymore. So with that, we're going to give all praises going honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash, Wa Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah.